Hello, everyone. Welcome to Under the Covers. I'm CJ, and this is my book review. The first book review, might I add. So if it's a bit shaky, I'm sorry. I haven't worked out all the kinks on how I'm going to be reviewing books or like what process or what order I'm going into. There will be some spoilers, so just a warning. The first book I'm going to be reviewing is Monster by Martinez, and I bought the book because I like the cover. It reminded me of Ghostbusters in a way, so I picked it up. And the book's actually nothing like Ghostbusters, so I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. It's um, it's very magical and mythological, and the story revolves around Monster, who is a cryptobiological containment and rescue serviceman, and he meets a girl named Judy, who is your typical girl with the crappy job, crappy car, crappy apartment, no friends. And the characters are actually pretty stereotypical but unique. Like Monster, he's a man who can change colors when he goes to sleep. And he wakes up and he's a different color, and each color gives him a special ability. And usually this works in a way to as in favor of Monster. They usually are there to get him out of situations. Like each one seems to be just a plot device, I think, which which is cool, but it also kind of adds a little bit of cheapness to the story, I think. Uh, the book is 315 pages long, and I feel like it could have been drawn out a little bit more. There's about 20 extra pages of extra stuff. Like there's an interview with Martinez, and there's also a pamphlet on dragon keeping, which is obviously not dragon keeping isn't real. There's no such thing as dragons, but it's just kind of part of Martinez's writing style. Is he's very humorous, especially when it comes to mythology and magic and stuff like that. And there's a lot of mythology and magic in this book. Um, I would say Martinez's writing style is very similar to Douglas Adams and Kurt Vonnegut, but not in the great ways that Vonnegut and Adams are. And there's also a bit of a Raymond Chandler aspect to this novel because I see some elements of Philip Marlowe in Monster. He's very sarcastic. He's a drinker, smoker. He helps a woman in need, and he avoids the relationship with the woman, which is very similar in some of the Philip Marlowe novels. Um, the thing that's different from Monster is that he has a sidekick named Chester, who is a trans-dimensional being who appears on Earth through the medium of paper, and he can take many different forms. He can take the form of a gnome, of a man, of a bear, a squid, a crane. So he can take all kinds of different forms, which makes the sidekick unique. I think sidekick unique, yes. And he reminded me very much of C-3PO in the fact that he's very smart, but he can also be very sarcastic, and that's very much C-3PO, I think. The plot was very well placed, well paced, and but again, I think the story could have been drawn out a little bit longer to develop more of the background on the cognizance of people's level of magic, and also more information on the antagonist, which was Lotus, who is a 90-year-old woman. Well, she has the image of a 90-year-old woman, but she's also a trans-dimensional being. And there's a lot of talk in the novel about the different dimensions of reality and different universes, and it's just something that adds to the uniqueness of the book, and it's very which is another element I think that is very Douglas Adams like. And I enjoyed the novel. Here's a glimpse of the cover again. This edition is 315 pages of novel plus the 15 or so of the extra footage or features, I guess. And one on page 127 is um, just a brief snippet of this novel that I think really shows Martinez's writing style. It starts like this. He went into the bathroom and took off his shirt. A glance in the mirror confirmed nothing on his chest, back, or arms. He took off his pants and checked his legs. Nothing out of the ordinary there either. If there was a curse, there should be some kind of mark. Monster pulled down his underwear and had Chester take a look at his ass. See anything? Nope. Wait. Nope. Just a mole. Monster pulled up his pants. See? Told you. No curse. It was just a theory. And that's a little bit of, the humorous element to Martinez's writing that I think is very Adams-like, but he adds his own unique twist to it. There's a lot of profanity in this novel. There's a lot of sex in this novel as well, which is kind of leans more towards the Vonnegut side. It's Martinez isn't afraid to be crude, and I think that really helps add a different dimension to the magical elements of the novel. Overall, I would give the novel. I'm going to do a star system. I think that would work out the best. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. There was nothing too profound or life-changing about the novel, but it was really interesting. It was really funny and entertaining, and I like the way Martinez took the stereotypical images of people and twisted them a bit and made that work in the magical world that he created. The only thing that I really had a problem with was Judy is not very cognizant of magic, and once it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and they kind of had to keep reminding her of the magical elements and of what was going on in the world, and they used many different techniques of doing so, but I felt like it was kind of just filler, and they took too much time, making Judy remember what was happening and why her apartment got destroyed. And I think that really, took something away from the novel. But in general, I thought it was very good, very entertaining. And if you're looking for something entertaining to read, I'd recommend Monster by Ely Martinez. The bookmark I used, I'm a big fan of bookmarks and using different bookmarks for books. So I'm going to talk about that in each novel, I think, in each review. I used a piece of paper with how to download my webcam driver, and I want to thank Jeff from work for writing that all out for me. It was really cool of him to do. And I'm going to use a different one for each review. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. So that was my review of Monster by Ely Martinez. So if you've read it, let me know what you think. If you plan on reading it, and I kind of ruined it for you a little bit, but not really. I tried to not spoil too much of it. So if you plan on reading it, let me know what you think. If you've already read it, let me know what you think as well in the comments down there. The next book I'm going to be reviewing is The Magician King by Lev Grossman. It's a sequel to the Magician's novel. I'm going to be doing the review with my cousin Mark, and he's a pretty funny guy. So it's gonna be an interesting and entertaining book review, I think. So you might want to tune into that one as well. Thanks for getting under the covers with me. See you next time.